Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and today is Sunday, which means it's time for another one of our mailbox cleanouts for our 200 run series. And this week is going to be for week 15, which we just added Master's Terrace to ourselves this past week. We'll be adding Sunken Temple this week coming up, but you guys will be able to actually see the loot video tomorrow to see what we got from 200 runs of Sunken Temple. I actually really was kind of pleased with what we got, so hopefully you guys will be too. So anyway, with that being said, just know, each week, if you haven't seen these already, we add one dungeon, even if we are ahead. If you guys have been following along the stream, you can see where we're at. We've actually been working on our first open world farm, which means actually I need to, or actually I have already updated this. Isle Thunder was our very first one for doing like solo open worlds, and we're going to, even though it's 200 runs series, so we're doing 200 runs at each dungeon. You can't really do that with open world farms. We're doing like the equivalent of, I figured we would do it like on a shorter base dungeon, so a dungeon that takes like 30 minutes for 10 runs. So we're timing it to like 5 hours per druid for the 200 run series for the open world farms. I feel like that's going to be the best way to kind of judge it, but would really like to get some of that open world stuff, especially with Isle Thunder, to get some Pandaland stuff up on the auction house, because remember, it's all about getting variety up on the auction house. So really need to get something from there. But anyway, all that being said, so next week we we'll be adding Sunken Temple, and then the week after we'll be adding our Isle Thunder loot, and of course, again, you can see the loot video tomorrow for our loot from Sunken Temple. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. But anyway, real quick before we get to our first auction house bank tune, let's go ahead and take a look at our what we got last week, and see what we're kind of aiming for this week. But anyway, last week we added Zul'Farrak, or we added Master's Terrace last week, but the week before that we added Zul'Farrak, and with that we got ourselves up to 330,000 gold for that week. That actually put us up to a total of 2,783,000 gold, with leaving us only 7,216,000 gold left to make before we reach our goal of gold cap. So that is the goal. We're doing this with 2 realms. So far, our realms, although we are working together to try to get ourselves to that goal of gold cap, it is kind of nice to see how the realms are kind of performing. Proudmoore is now up to 1,466,000 gold they've made us, and Thrall is at 1,316,000 gold. As far as what they made us, Thrall actually did make more last week at 208,000 gold, and Proudmoore only made 121,000 gold, and that was mostly because like Thrall had a lot better sales, I think, with the high value transmog. Last week we made 330,000 with transmog alone, only 102 gold with materials. We'll actually probably see some materials that actually probably could have sold the week before, but the reason why it was my fault. I was kind of slacking on posting the materials because I think I just like assumed that they sold already. They hadn't, so it was the lowest we've seen so far with materials. Although, as you can see here, we make majority of our gold with transmog, and that is mostly because we've been just doing dungeon runs, and even with the open world farms, we're doing like more transmog focused farms and not really doing any material farms. So majority of our gold is going to come from transmog. But anyway, guys, that is the recap as far as what we made last week. Let's go ahead and get to our first bank tune, which is going to be our low value bank tune on Proudmoore, which is the loot that our Alliance Druid receives when we do these runs, and then we'll swap over to Thrall. And before we jump to our tune, I'd just like to mention, if you are looking for any gold guides to help you out with your journey to making gold, there is a nice site called gaminghero.io. If you want to take a step away from YouTube and take a look, there are a bunch of free guides that you can check out. There is a membership for some premium guides if you are interested, and if you are, just make sure you use the code word potato so you get a little discount on those guides. But anyway, up to our first tune. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We've got our low value bank tune on Proudmoore, and we do have some sales, so good. We've got 28,659 gold, 19 sales, so above that average of 1,000 gold per sale, so that's nice. Let's see what some of the nice ones we got. We got a bunch of low ones here, but again, this is low value transmog, which you can see some nice ones because it's anywhere from 5,000 to 20,000 in value, but really if it sells kind of low, then not stressing it too much at the same time. Pattern for sun drenched scale chest guard, almost 1900 here. And sice gun, that's something from Iron Docks, 1900 gold. Then we've got our feral harness here for almost 4,000 gold, not bad on that one. Prospector's chest piece, 7,400 gold. I believe those came from BFD. There might be some other places we can get those from. Pattern for the deviant scale cloak, still selling some of those from Welding Caverns. So as you guys can see, we also, we are selling stuff from the previous dungeons too. So just, although we just added our loot from Magister's Terrace, it does not mean that that is the only place we're going to be seeing sales. Of course, if you guys have seen these, you already know that. But anyway, yeah, not bad. We've got some other nice sales too. We even selling some of the white items, like one of the white items that stick out to me. I mean, it's not the highest sell, almost like 1,000 gold here. The Ritual of Mist, I know that's one of those white shoulders. I think I'm not sure the Mystic's robe is too, but yeah, definitely not bad. We'll go ahead and add that in. 28,659. And again, that's just low value stuff, so not a bad little amount to start out with. I think it's a little lower than they've been recently. I think we've been around the 40,000 range with our low value transmogs. So still, if we can get some nice sales on the high value side, that's where it really matters though. But anyway, the goal is always right now to be at least over 200,000, but we have actually been like over 300,000 the last 2 weeks, so we would really like to see that. What am I doing here? Okay, go back here we go. Do this. Sorry, I get used to switching between different accounts when I'm actually like posting, so that's what I think I had in my mind instead of just logging out and logging back in. So but anyway, here's our high value paint tune for Proudmoore. Let's go ahead and take a look, see if we got anything over here, anything exciting. 2 sales. Not the greatest. 31,256 gold, but let's see what we got here. We've got a lofty breastplate sold for 9,000 gold, so that would have came from when we did sold for rack. And then we sold a pair of the saltstone legs, kind of low. It is Proudmoore though, they can sell kind of low. 22,000 gold. Not the best at all, seeing how hard those can be to come by, but not the worst that we've seen with some of the high value stuff being at like 5,000 gold. So it's not horrendous. Anyway, so we'll add that in. 31,256 gold, and we're so far only at 59,000 gold, so we've got a ways to go before we can actually get to our goal of at least 200,000. Again, would love to be right at that amount of 300,000 again. Would like to keep that consistent. Sales have seemed kind of slow this week though, I have to admit, even with like my other realms that you guys do not see. So we'll have to see if we can still see at least the 200,000 this week. Anyway, materials for Proudmoore. And we did finally sell those items that we probably could have sold last week, with the golden pearls coming from ZF, the other pearls and things as well. Don't believe we really got any materials at all. Oh, other than the Primal Nether. We did get the Primal Nether, which only brought us like 29 gold from Master's Terrace. So 537 gold. We'll add that in. I did 300. All right. And I will go ahead and we're going to switch over to Thrall in our Horde Bank 2 to do the same rotation: low value transmog, high value transmog, and then materials. Alright guys, so here we are. We are back now on Thrall with our low value transmog Bank 2. So let's go ahead and take a look, see if hopefully it's better than what Proudmoore did. They did not do much this week. And it is actually better, so nice. We've got 44,644 gold with 22 cells. So first up, I mean, this is a really nice sell from Wad. We actually sold one of our vine wrapped great swords. So it came from Iron Docks for almost 26,000 gold. So above that 20,000 mark for a low value transmog item. So really nice sell there. Staff of Divine Infusion. I think that actually did. I think that was that blue staff maybe from Master's Terrace. So we did actually possibly sell something from there. Only almost 4,000 gold, but still nice to see something sell from there. So really low stuff. The patterns for the deviant cloaks really low, but we do still have a bunch of those, so not really stressing it too much. And then we have another pretty nice sale here for the Unyielding Waistband for 7,500. We also sold the Unyielding Foot Wraps for only 809 gold. So somebody was getting those unyielding pieces, but really nice sell on the waistband for that one. That is really all as far as the nice sales. Just some really low stuff, some more deviant scale cloaks selling for really low here. But yeah, we still have a bunch of those. I may have to actually take some out of the bank now though. I don't know if I had any more in the bags here, but yeah, not bad. Looks like we may have actually sold something from Master's Terrace, so nice to see when you sell something after something we just ran. But yeah, not bad. 44,000, a lot better than transmog or the low value transmog with Proudmoore. So hopefully we can actually see it be a lot higher with the high value transmog too, because it really wasn't looking like much with the high value transmog with Proudmoore. But anyway, we'll clear that out. Let's go ahead and swap on over. Make sure I switch my keyboard there. All right, and they had some really nice sales last week, so I'm really hoping we have some really nice sales this week as well. All right, high value transmog, moment of truth. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Kind of low for them too. I mean, they were over 100,000 last week. I'm really hoping for like something over 100,000 this week too. Only 57,498, higher than their low value, and still way higher than Proudmoore, but still kind of low. And especially for 9 sales, it's really low with the high value side. Let's go and take a look, see what we got though. Martyr's Chain, we sold one of those for 7,000 gold. Is that what, BFD or RFD? I think it's, or maybe RFK, one of those. I can't remember which one it is. Sorry guys. 7,000 gold for that one. The leather, ceremonial leather loincloth, of course that's Wailing Caverns. 14,000 gold for that one. It's kind of sad because we have sold those for around 30-40,000. Tyrant slave plates, 3,000 gold. Actually though, these have seemed like they've been selling kind of low here recently. Tyrant slave plates, 3,000, almost 4,000 gold. Those have actually been selling kind of low in Thrall anyway. Impenetrable legs, oh no, that came from Z. Only 4,000 gold, and those usually you can look, I mean, they're valued at like what, right up there almost with Glorious. I mean, they're like 60,000, 70,000 gold, so you would want like 30,000 from those at least. But yeah, almost 4,000 gold. The rings here I'm not worried about, 47 gold. yeah, I mean, that kind of brings down our, sell amount for, amount of cells we got. Jade leg plates again, ZF, only 8,000 gold. Those do tend to seem to sell kind of low. Would have liked to see more of the infiltratable legs though. Saltstone Surcoat, only 1,300 gold. Been at least nice to get like 10,000 for that. They have came down a lot in value, so not expecting too much from them. But yeah, 10,000 been a lot nicer than 1,300. Schematic for Justice Spring Respects. So that came from our Sunwell. So we're still we're still selling stuff from our second set of runs here. 19,000 gold. So not bad there. But yeah, really low and not, we didn't sell. I don't know. We actually had a decent variety of things sell, but just everything sold really low this week that we did sell. So it could have been higher if we got some better sales, but then again, we could have just not gotten sales if things were priced higher. So we'll take what we can get and add that in. All right, clear that out. And last tune up is going to be materials, which I do not expect as much from here because we actually had gold and pearl sell on the other materials bank alt, and we didn't get any from our Hortoon. So yeah, 78 gold. We did of course sell the one black pearl that we got from ZF before, and we sold our Power Nether from Master's Terrace, and then some star rubies and things, which don't add up too much. So big difference there at only 78 gold compared to like 500 gold from Proudmoore. All right, clear that out, and let's go ahead and pull our sheet back up so you guys can see what it's looking like here. All right, so we made only 162,057 gold with transmog, and then 615 gold with our materials for this week, which means we only brought in a total of 162,672 gold this week. So really low, about half of what we made last week, but still not the lowest we've made. Because nothing like when we actually saw slow sales after we added Mana Tombs. When Plunger Storm first came out, we only had 88,000 for that week. So still nice that it's about double what we made the last time we saw a drop, but still would have loved to been right at that 200,000 gold at least. But still not the worst. We could have gotten a little bit more from our high value bait tunes. Maybe had at least one decent sell on each one of them, which I really didn't see a really decent sell on either one of those. Our low value transmog did really well with Thrall, at least with getting even that fine wrap sell. That was really nice, because that means it was above its value. It's really nice whenever you can sell. I feel like it's nice whenever you can sell a transmog piece for like half of its value or above, or especially right at its value. But if you can sell it above its value, then that's just amazing. But anyway, that puts us now at a total of 2,946,008 gold for the 15 weeks that we've made, which means we're now at 7,053,000 gold left to make before we reach our gold cap goal. And so far now, Proudmoore made 60,452 gold for us this week, which is about half of what they made for us last week, and they seemed kind of low last week too. And Thrall actually did at least make us over 100,000 at 102,220 gold this week, which is still, that's about half of, they both made about half what they made last week. So yeah, they just need to step it up. No. Now, as far as the realms, it still looks like Proudmoore, even though Thrall has been ahead of them the past 2 weeks. It seems like though when Proudmoore is ahead of Thrall, I mean, they're ahead by a lot more. So it's still quite a gap here between the two, about 100,000 difference between Proudmoore and Thrall, with Proudmoore making us 1.5 million and Thrall only making us about 1.4. As far as transmog, we've now made 2,660,000 gold with transmog alone, and with Thrall, it looks like we've made 285,000 gold. It went to 646 from 0.31, so still we didn't go up another 1,000 anyway. But we'll go ahead and add this amount in, 162,000 for after we added Master's Terrace. And again, guys, I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning. Do not get this confused with saying, hey, we made this much with Master's Terrace. As you can see, we, I actually only recalled like one sell from our Master's Terrace runs. We didn't sell any of those epic patterns that we actually got, which we actually got the most out of Master's Terrace. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of sales from our previous runs, and actually one of our nicer sales, I believe, was actually our low value sell from Iron Docks, with that vine wrapped weapon, and you see that was all the way back here, and we sold that for, over its value. But again, we'll be adding Sunken Temple this week. We'll see if that will help. We'll get some sales from Sunken Temple, and we'll see if our sales will improve this week. We can get back up to that 300,000, at least up to the 200,000 range. Hopefully we can. And yeah, I don't know. We do actually have another event going on this week, and that might have actually affected this week's sales a little bit, although it hasn't, started yet. But people may have been more worried about prepping for that event, which of course is the Miss Pandaria remix event coming up. So we'll see if our sales kind of suffer this week or not. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying these clean outs, and us tracking our sales this way to kind of see how it improves as we add each dungeon. And I hope you guys are enjoying the loot videos, which you can catch the Sunken Temple's loot video tomorrow. That will be posted after 5 o'clock Eastern. So if you guys want to go check that out. Again, guys, do not forget about the links down below. You got the link for Twitch where you can check me out live doing these runs. We'll actually probably be, I'm planning on doing Ultimate again tonight to try to get closer to knocking out those 1,000 runs. We're currently at 700. So we can see how much of a gap we can close in on that, so we can get that loot video up. Of course, that won't be added into our sales here as a whole, like, separate thing. But yeah, I'll probably just get sent to like my old realms for the loot for that, because as you know, we've got Ultimate on our 200 runs list, and I do still need to, I know I still need to fill this complete our list here as we got room here, but yeah, I haven't actually gotten back to that. And also, guys, don't forget to check out GamingHero.io if you're looking for any guides, and don't forget to leave that thumbs up if you're liking these videos, and forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my content here. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for our clean out video for week 15. We are right below 3 million gold, so it's not going horribly bad. I don't think. I think it's going pretty well. The past couple weeks we had made over 300,000, which is great. We were a little bit below our 200,000 goal here each week, but yeah, it's we can't expect it every week, and we've been above for 2 weeks before that, so I'm okay with that. But anyway, guys, I hope to catch you all in Twitch, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.